Hello Sag, and welcome to my channel. This is Jade with yesYesYes, and this is your February 2019 general reading. So I have done an overall for 2019, so we're going to start with those cards. If you are resonating with any of this, I'd love to hear more in the comments below, or if you want to work with me, my website and all that information, and also information about the decks, is in the box below. So let's get started. We'll start with the overall for this year. Your card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle is the Mystical Shaman. What I love about this is because, so I think it's really about Jupiter being in Sagittarius this year, and that you are in your power, Sag. You are the ones that we're all kind of looking towards for the wise words and the advice, and holding ground in a way for all of us to learn from. I think that you are in a place of being very regal and like Sag, you're in such a good place this year, so it's great. So you have all of the wisdom. You have gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot. You've had a lot of, in the last few years, a lot of challenge, a lot of contrast in your personal lives, and also being able to bloom from that. And I think that's what's made you wise. That's why we're coming to you for answers. And I think that you are, of course, as benevolent and as abundant in answers as possible. So, so that's beautiful energy for you this year, Sag. Now, specifically for February, we have the Empress card in the Line Strider deck, which means, and this is Venusian energy, so it could be, a Taurus or a Libra. That could be somebody, that energy coming into you, or that energy in your chart. But what that energy really is, the Empress is, and I think this is also part of what's going on for Sag, is that you are feeling your power and abundance in a way that is so supple, and you are receptive to it, right? You exude it so much that that it is an interesting natural flow for you, okay? So you're staying open, you're allowing things to come to you that will fulfill and fill your cup even more, so that then you can give out more of your abundance, and then it'll come back. So that it's this beautiful feeling of flow, and it's about luxury, and it's about warmth, and about nurturing and compassion. It's about beauty, all of the Venusian things in life, love, right? This might be, and there's a couple of Sages I know out there who are experiencing this really ripe and rich love affair, not only with themselves but with others, with an other in relationship. So so beautiful energy here. And we are also clarified by the Lenormand Birds card, which is conversations. Now, sometimes it could be gossip, sometimes it could be arguments. A lot of times it's talk around you. So just keep in mind, Sag, that as you are in this place of feeling your worth and your richness and your abundance, that people are talking about it. People see you for what you are experiencing. And if they are in a lower vibration, they will be jealous and they will be gossiping. If they are in a higher vibration, they will be loving and supportive and celebrating with you, okay? So it'll be really interesting for you to notice this energy around you, but I don't think it's going to bother you one way or the other, because you are full of yourselves, and that's a beautiful thing, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so Sag, let's get into this. I don't even feel like I need to do a spread because that's so beautiful. But I want to see, and I've pre-shuffled the cards, I want to see what's been going on for you in the past, present, and in the future, or the future advice for February specifically. We can see if there is okay, well, all right. We've got interesting energy already coming through. The Six of Wands, so you've been feeling good, feeling victorious. The Knave of Pentacles, which is it's the page in this deck. This is the Klimt Tarot, by the way. So this is a secure feeling, and it's, the pages are offering security and small securities. So I feel like, and again, this is not something that you have a need for, but I feel like people are offering you what little they can to share because they want to be a part of Sagittarian life right now, okay? We also have the King of Chalices. He did come out in the reverse, so there could be some emotional issue from the past that wasn't quite working out, or perhaps a masculine water sign that doesn't have to be masculine, a water sign that was a little bit too self-involved, too really about their emotional journey and not necessarily being in partnership or connection with you, okay? It could also be your energy in the past, but it's challenging for me to think that about Sag because you guys are so abundant. I think that you share so much that it would be hard for me to see that. And maybe it was you just took time away to pull in your emotional resources rather than sharing out so much. And that's okay. Again, this is the past. We also have the Seven of Swords. It came out in the reverse. So whatever this energy, if it was somebody else who is pulling themselves, taking care of themselves and not giving, I feel like you've noticed that. You saw that they tried to get away with it in a way. They tried to be sneaky about giving you a little bit, but keeping mostly for themselves, and I think that you noticed that ultimately and said, you know what, no more of that. I gotta move on. The Four of Pentacles. Now, it could have been a slow moving on from that. Four of Pentacles is really about is not letting go; it's holding on. So I think that process might have taken a little bit longer for you to fully let go of. Perhaps you felt like this person had a lot of potential in your life, and because they weren't showing up in their power and they weren't meeting you because you're all powerful, because you saw them for who they could have been, I think that's what you were kind of holding on to, okay? We've got like 4 more cards here. All right. Yeah, you were hoping for this Ten of Pentacles situation, the beauty, full life, full family, full riches, all of it. And then the Ten of Swords, that's in the reverse, which is being stabbed in the back. But I think because it's in the reverse, I think that you felt that energy of it not working out. And I think that you were able to transmute it in a way that wasn't so devastating, okay? Now, we also have the Two of Wands. It did come out in the reverse. So again, not being able to move forward in that situation, it wasn't something that was firmly planted in order to move forward together. And then we have the Five of Chalices. So yeah, some disappointment, probably, licking your wound a bit, but again, I feel like you just moved straight through that. So whatever that past situation is, I feel like you've moved on from it. And now let's see where we're at in the present. We have the Knight of Swords. So truth came in, or at least truth is coming in. You could have totally put this whole situation behind you. We've got the Ace of Wands. So we have new passion, new relationship, new love, new creative project, more newness, the Fool energy. So this could have caught you off guard. Whatever this new relationship or this new creative project is, the opportunity totally caught you off guard. Now, the truth of what it was came in, and because that kind of, you allowed the truth of this past to come through and cut away, something new, there was space for new things to come in, and they came right in, okay? New creative energy, new work, new connection. I've got a lot of pregnancies in this one. I don't want to say that you're pregnant necessarily, but new potential for birthing something with someone else. And because the Fool is here, I think it took you to a place of innocence, right? Which is completely beautiful, because you had the potential of keeping all of this as making you jaded, but you didn't. You let it go so quickly because this new thing came in beautifully. The Judgment cards here, calling you to live your highest version of yourself. I think that ultimately the universe said, look, Sagittarius deserves some love, and Sagittarius has been through the ringer, so let's give Sag what Sag deserves. Beautiful new love, okay? Now, we have the Death card that came out. We're transforming energy. This is Scorpio energy. And Judgment is actually your energy. Here we go. So we've got the transformation that is occurring. The transformation, and again, I don't feel like Sag is really transforming so much. It could just be everything happening around you. Remember, we were talking about you being this mystical shaman, right? So you're really holding space and allowing things to shift and move around you. And I think that that transformation is holding space for things to happen, but it's not like it's getting stuck on you, right? So a beautiful new relationship can come in, beautiful new creative project can come in that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. But I think only if you allow it, because you're so strong and so corrected in yourself right now, okay? Now, we do have a Tower card coming up. So big change, big change. I like that. Seven of Wands came in reverse. Okay, so the big change is gonna come if you get to a place where you have to feel like you have to hold your ground. You have to show people, look, this is who I am and this is what I need. These are my boundaries. But I feel like if you hold that ground, that's going to be where there's friction, okay? Sag, the more that you can flow and allow and be open with, this Empress energy for this month, open and allowing, none of this stuff is going to affect you. Everything's going to happen around you, and I think you're just going to sit in it and hold your beautiful space. Allow yourself to be loved, allow the beauty to come in, and what's going to transform is everything around you. So what might have felt like challenge and frustration over the last few years, because I know it has, is now going to shift and change for you. You're just going to watch the things that have been challenging disappear, and you don't have to do anything. That's the beauty of these cards. It's telling you, the Seven of Staves, the Seven of Wands is saying, don't worry about your boundaries. You are in a place that's clear. Relax and let things flow around you. Okay, so let's see. I want to go. Let's do for the advice and for the near future for Sag. I feel like it could be really interesting here. Okay, we have the Sun card. Did come out in reverse. So we've got some Leo energy. There's some creativity and some playfulness that happens with Leo with the Sun card. There's also a little bit of immaturity. So I think that there's, in the near future, or the advice here is that when we're taking a mature route, okay, with all of this change going on, it's totally fine to look at it as, this beautiful unfolding of life that is kind of a game, right? We have to stay light about everything. Otherwise, it's just too much, because things can be really challenging and heavy and weighted. But if we look for the light in all of it, it makes life much more not only bearable but enjoyable. And I think that that's what's coming up here for the advice for the near future, is that there's going to be a lot of change around you, and really looking for the light and the enjoyment of it. That's also an Empress way of being. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands, so the feminine mastery of the action suit. Okay, so knowing that, and this is also your energy, right? Knowing that you create the world around you simply by being, not necessarily by doing, okay? That's the balance between the feminine and the masculine, is that the feminine allows, but the wand suit, the fire suit that you are, creates the action, right? So by sitting in your femininity, the receptivity, the beauty, and I'm not talking about gender here, I'm talking about these roles of receiving. That is where the power is. The power is just being the role model for others. Again, allowing this craziness to happen around you without being taken off of what is your center and your guidepost, and enjoying the process in a way that can help elevate those who might feel taken down by the process, okay? We also have Five of Wands, it's in reverse. So we're putting down whatever kind of struggle there might be. I love this. I really love this reading, Sag. There's your Ace of Water, Ace of Cups. So that's your new love developing, okay? The new beautiful things that you were promised just by simply holding steady, your sense of well-being, and knowing that you're on course and on path, okay? The stars, there's your beauty right there. All the things, all the wishes coming true. Keep your, oh, that's interesting. Keep your vision focused, laser focused, okay? Don't get off path. Realize that the life that you want to lead, the feelings that you want to have, the person that you want to love, all of those things are incredibly possible when you stay focused and you only allow for those things to show themselves to you in your life, okay? Let me pull up those cards that decided to fly. Okay, so it's hard for me to read these because they flew, and I mean, read them reversed or upright. I pulled them both upright. So the Knave of Chalices, this is the page. It's a small emotional offer. He's excited, right? So this new person that might be in your life that you're holding space for, he's a newbie, okay? He is, maybe you've been on the spiritual path for a while, and the person who you've drawn in is a newbie to the spiritual path. So he's very excitable. He wants to offer so much, but he hasn't figured out how to generate the power and the emotional maturity needed for the long run, right? He's still in the short game. He's a sprinter. So there's going to be some teaching, and you're really good at this, Sag, so, you know, don't worry about it. So you will be teaching your new partner how to build the endurance that will be necessary to be in relationship with Sag. I like that. And then we have the High Priestess. Your intuitive knowing that it's all working out for you. This is very similar energy, I feel like, to Empress, even though High Priestess is really about manifestation, okay? So there's lots of beautiful cards here that are pretending that you are moving in, you're creating the life that you've been wanting to for years, and it is coming forward in slow moving elements, all shifting around you. And your power is really when you stay focused, and that laser focus. Remember, we talked about this, of keeping your vision clear of what you want your life to look like, how do you want to be loved, how you want to love your, others and yourself. So keeping that clarity and living with that intuitive, letting that intuitive knowing be spoken, right? That's speaking your truth, and living in that place. That's what's going to bring everything to you. And I think that, your abundance, your beauty, your magic is all bringing it to you, okay? So I'm feeling like, let's see if there's just any more cards that want to come out. Any other advice for Sag for February 2009? Okay. The Four of Cups. Okay, so just be aware that if you put too much into a situation, that it will always become disappointing, okay? Look for what's really there, which is, the cups is really about making sure that you see the cups that are not spilled, okay? That you're really enjoying what is there and not overindulging as well, okay? So really making sure that you find your balance, seeing things as they are, and also keeping your clarity and your strength, your singularity, your singular way of being, okay? And now we have the Nine of Cups, okay? This one came out in reverse as well. So it is the wish card. So just know that in order to maintain those wishes, you really have to stay focused and enjoy things as they're coming without overdoing it, okay? And we know there's a tendency about that with Sag, the overindulgence, okay? So there's this balance that we have to find between enjoyment and overindulgence. Respecting the process, watching everything without having an emotional connection to it, but then also being compassionate to all the craziness that can happen around you. So it's always, finding that balance, looking for that balance there, okay? And let's see finally, what do we have? The Ten of Wands. So we want to come out to this victory, and ultimately, why did that one want to come out? And then the Three of Cups, okay. So we want to, the victory of the wands, the finishing of this suit. is really about pulling, and I think you probably pulled almost all of the Wands cards in this. So this is all fire, right? All of the action, going through this entire process where you are no longer holding any issues, any things that don't, nothing that doesn't belong to you, right? You're going to put all of those burdens down, and you're going to walk forward in a clean, free state, okay? So leaving all of that stuff behind, staying true, staying focused, allowing the world to change around you, knowing that somebody new and exciting who is still learning about pleasure is coming to you and who wants to offer things to you. I love that. And Three of Cups, there's this celebration that's going to happen, this rich and beautiful celebration. So Sag, this is such a great reading. I really hope you resonate with it. Please let me know in the comments below. And if you want a personal reading, reach out to me. I'd love to work with you. Thanks so much. And for now, I'll send you all of my love.